guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for The Wake, issue 2 out of 10, which is a Vertigo book, like one of the only Vertigo books, but it is a Vertigo book. But before I start talking about this issue, I want to give you guys a couple updates. I have a lot of reviews on Comic Uno episode 3, because there's a ton of comics this week. That's why you're probably going to see a little bit more in-depth reviews on my channel. I try to read as much as I could. There are some comics I wasn't able to review. Some comics I want to get digitally, like Larfleece and Red Lantern's issue 21. You know, some comic books I did want to read, but I had to just cut off from the list just because I was getting so many things. So hopefully I get to read that digitally. But there are some comics for Comic Uno episode 3, a bunch of comics here for exclusive reviews on that show, which is Jupiter Legacy issue 2. I read that digitally, so I just put it for organized sake on a piece of paper for me. Green Team issue 2. Nova issue 5. Morning Glories issue 28. Which you guys should really be reading this. It's a great series. Scarlet Spider issue 18. And Wolverine of the X-Men issue 32. So if you want to go check out all those reviews on Comic Uno episode 3, go check out Comic Uno episode 3, which will be annotated. And all the comic books I reviewed today, and of course those exclusive reviews, will be on that show. So any comic book I read this week will be on that show in countdown order. So definitely go check that out. That'll be annotated. I also have updates for this week and 2 weeks in the future for my channel, which are kind of important. So if you haven't checked that update yet, go check out that update. It'll be annotated. But let's talk about The Wake issue 2. I really like this cover. The first issue I thought was pretty cool. I thought there's a kind of cool mystery here. Nothing that you're really questioning that much, but you have a kind of a grim horror comic, which you don't really get to see that much. But Scott Snyder is the king of horror in comic books. So I love seeing Snyder doing this and having his own creative thing and creating our own thing with The Wake, and especially with Vertigo, because there aren't a lot of Vertigo titles right now. But the cover is pretty cool. You know, I like the art for the series, even though I don't think it would really work for a lot of other series. I think it works a lot with The Wake and the story The Wake is trying to tell. So the art is pretty cool here on this cover, and let's see if I like the story. I don't think it really tempts you to buy it, but I think the cover is still pretty cool. So the story is told by chapters. So we get to see the main story, which is this mermaid type thing is the thing. The Wake thing. The monster, the creature we saw from the last issue. So we don't know exactly what this creature is, and that's why these scientists are under the water trying to figure out what this creature does. And for some reason this creature is giving some of the scientists bad dreams. Like our main character is getting a bad dream about her son, and then one of the scientists that were beaten up somehow by one of the creatures is having a bad dream about his wife, or a good dream, I don't know, but still having all these different type of dreams and these crazy dreams. I think it's about the creature, you know, that's what is implied in this series. So we get to see all these different dreams, and we get to see the main character has seen this creature somehow, but she doesn't want to tell the group where she's seen it. So obviously our main character knows a little bit more about this creature than she's saying. And she's the head of this whole entire thing, and she realizes that this creature is connected to human beings somehow. And so we get to see that, and he's kind of like the missing link. You know, genes, like there's something between the primates and, you know, humans, so he's the missing link, and it has to do with water because of the evolution of this creature, because it mostly stayed in water. So we get to see that missing link turn into humans somehow, and why is this creature connected to humans, and how does this future world end up becoming the future world, and what does this creature have to do with all of that? So we get to see a lot of different things here that I think will connect as this series goes on. I don't know why these characters are having dreams. That was a little confusing to me in this issue. So this guy's having a dream about his wife, and you know, our main character is having a dream about her son. I mean, does this have to do with family? I don't know. So the dreams, I feel like, were a little confusing in this issue, but I'm sure we're going to learn more because it's a mystery story. You should be a little confused. So I liked a lot about the science stuff. I like that we have this missing link creature that's connected to humans somehow, and we get this future world filled with water because of this creature. So I think that's really interesting. I want to see how that connects, and I think there's a lot of interesting things here. In this issue, I thought it was a little slow, so I think you could... I wouldn't skip this issue because I think you get a lot of information in this issue, but it is a little slow. In the beginning, you're like, alright, this is like the same things we already know, and then you get a little bit of information, but nothing that gets you on the edge of your seat. But that's, I think, what the story is trying to tell, is not this thriller type of, oh my god, what's going to happen next, horror type of movie. It's a horror movie where we get to learn about this creature that's connected to us, which is kind of scary, finding out about this missing link creature that's so similar to us. So I think that's kind of a scary horror thing, or horror element. It's not one of those edge of your seat moment type of things, or at least not yet. It's the beginning of the series, but I think we're getting there. I think we have to get some of these elements before we get to a fast-paced issue, which that's why I didn't really have a problem with this issue, but I think we get to some building blocks. It's not an amazing issue, but it was a good issue. And I think the information we get here was interesting. So I give it a 3.5. I liked it, a little slow, but there's some really cool information that makes me interested in this series. And I trust Snyder to give us a really good mystery horror story. So I say pick it up. I give it a 3.5. And again, a little slow. Don't expect yourself to be on the edge of your seat, but expect something interesting from this issue. So I give it a 3.5. Hope you guys enjoyed. Guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Rant Situations, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.